What's up, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour day. I'm your host, Brendan Abin, with my co-host, Nigel Patterson.
Hey, everybody.
Hope everybody had a great weekend. There was a lot of sports going on this weekend. We had the World Series, we had the NFL, we had the NBA, we had college football. We had a lot of sports going on this weekend, so hopefully everybody got to get some kind of sports intake on this weekend. Nigel, how was your sports weekend?
It was a weekend. You know, I watched some sports here and there. But outside of that, I didn't watch any sports on Saturday at work. But Sunday, I caught the World Series game. And what day was it? Saturday, Sunday? The Pistons played the Warriors. Yeah, I watched that game.
Okay.
And outside of that,
you didn't watch any NFL football?
nah, I was doing too much stuff during the time. And then the night game. Night game was when the World Series game was on. I watched the World Series game over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it got off to a fast start, and I was like, oh wow, I'm just gonna watch this. It was a Pittsburgh and the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what
You didn't want to. Why you got no interest in Pittsburgh and the Lions?
Why would I ever want to watch Pittsburgh?
You know, funny thing is, out of those two teams, I thought you were gonna say, I'm surprised you were like the team that you said that you didn't want to watch was Pittsburgh.
I don't like Pittsburgh.
You don't like Pittsburgh?
No, I hate Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, Browns fan.
I don't watch Pittsburgh unless it's like nothing else to do.
Sheesh.
And then the Lions, I don't care about the Lions either.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, the Lions are the team I was expecting you to be more so like.
I don't care about them either.
Who care about the Lions?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tune in. I got stuff I do.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you ain't got a damn thing to do.
I don't.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I'm sad I missed the Cowboys Redskins game though.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed that, but you know, it happens.
You said it happens.
You can't watch all the games.
No, you cannot unless you have NFL. Well, actually, no, you cannot unless you have a lot of TVs.
And yeah, if you have Red Zone, you can watch the important parts of the game.
Yeah, exactly. You watch like literally the Red Zone portions of the games.
Yeah.
And
I mean, come on.
I'm just saying.
Let's be serious. That's the interesting part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, chill.
I'm
what
serious.
about defensive matchups?
But scoring is the interesting part of the game. Brandon, how many people want to watch a 6-3 defensive lockdown game?
I mean,
how many people want to watch a 60, 63, 70 game or something like that?
I don't know.
I would love.
It's just casting it up. And
if somebody puts up 70 in a game and it's still a close game, that's probably the best game of all time.
The best game of all time,
Bro,
dude?
if you put up 70 points, that's a high-flying game.
But that's just for streamlined football fans. The main at-heart football fan, they don't. I mean, you want to see good defense at its core as well.
Brandon, who do you think there's more of? Casual football fans or hardcore football fans?
Can we do like a Venn diagram?
I'm gonna answer that for you. Casual. There are always more casual fans than hardcore fans.
You don't think a Venn diagram could work?
I mean, yeah, for us it would work, sure. But for the people who actually listen to us, the 5 people that are out there,
Yo, Nigel be doing this thing where he be trying to slight the podcast for no reason.
I'm not trying to slight the podcast.
And then
it's called being humble.
Then it's called being humble.
Yeah.
When you put in work into a product and you make that product a legit product, huh?
What? Go ahead. Don't finish. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your statement.
Yeah, I'm about to say you don't want me to put you on blast on the internet. Don't make me put you on blast on the internet, Nigel. I'll put you on some mean killer blast right now. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Trust me. I got files right here of my stuff. Trust me. I got stuff right here.
I got stuff too.
Oh yeah, you got stuff all right. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, you really got stuff, Nigel.
Hey, I'm right there.
Well, what's on your screen right now?
I got some stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's when you know you can't even name it.
I got some stats.
Oh, you got some stats on?
I got some stats.
Look like cheerleaders to me.
There's a stat right there. 0-62, 0-82.
Oh,
Knicks are not going 0-82.
Oh yeah, you mean the comment section of a stream you're watching?
I'm trying to update. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on tonight. Shut up.
Does that have anything to do with our show?
It could.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
anyway, shut up. Make sure you all follow and subscribe to the KBR Sports Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Rival TV, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Also, don't forget to follow us on KBR Sports at Twitter, on our Twitter page at KBR_sports with the live links and show topics to tweet part of every single show. Also, don't forget you can call in at 571-991-0566 to give your thoughts and opinions on any KBR sports show topic that we may be discussing. All right, so the first thing we're going to jump into is talking about the NFL games that happened over the weekend. Nigel didn't get to really watch a good amount of the NFL game.
I was around the league.
You're around the league.
Yeah, I didn't watch any games, but I mean, I saw the games. I didn't watch them, but I saw the highlights and stuff. That's all what happened.
True. Okay, so we're gonna go down our rundown of the most surprising win, most impactful win, and the worst loss of the weekend. So Nigel, if you had to give your most surprising win, which game will win that award, and which team?
The most surprising win, I'm probably gonna go the Cowboys over the Reds. Probably the Cowboys over the Redskins. Not because I thought it'd be a little bit closer, rivalry game and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, to be honest, this week it just wasn't. Everything kind of just went according to plan. Like nobody really upset anybody. I mean, the Dolphins and Ravens, sure. But I mean, 40-0, maybe. But I mean, like, everything. Like, nobody like you look at the schedule. It's like nobody. The Browns didn't beat the Vikings. The Chargers didn't beat the Patriots. The Saints the Bears didn't beat the Saints. The Panthers beat the Bucks. You know, there was no surprise wins. I mean, so I guess I would go with the Cowboys over the Redskins. I guess the second biggest one would be the Bills over the Raiders. But outside of that, there was nothing surprising this week. It was a honestly boring result-wise week.
I say I put my most surprising one was the Seattle Seahawks beating the Houston Texans 41-38. For one, Seattle putting up 41 points when they've been one of the worst offenses in the league. That surprised me by far because I never even thought Russell Wilson would have the time to make the passes down the field. Like when you look at this game, both teams aren't exactly high flying. Like if you told me this was like this. The Texans, I mean, since they started Deshaun Watson, he's been throwing touchdowns, but it's not like they're not a really high scoring offense. More so, he's been catching the touchdowns, but they're not a high octane offense like the Chiefs have been, like the Saints were stigmatized for being. Like if you would have told me this was a game between the
I mean, they put up 41 against the Seahawks, 30 against the Seahawks, 33 against the Browns, 34 against the Chiefs. 57 against the Titans, 33 against the Texans. I mean, since he's been starting, they've been putting up numbers. My point, what I'm saying is that they're not. That's not their reputation. They're not their reputation. When the Texans come into town, they're not known as this high octane offense that everybody's scared of. When the Saints come to town, what is everybody concerned about? Drew Brees and the flying offense. When Tom Brady comes to town, worried about the Patriots offense. When the Chiefs come to town, you're worried about the Chiefs offense. And granted, some of these teams do have defensive counterparts as well, and that was the stigma for Atlanta a season ago as well. So when you see that, and I think it's particularly when you look at it, the fact that the Texans did it against the Legion of Boom, that's what makes it even surprising in and of itself, because you're looking at a Legion of Boom defense that has been top 5 in yards and scoring for the past 5 years. This season, right now, the Legion of Boom or the Seattle Seahawks defense in total is 13th in yards and 5th in scoring. So when you're looking at it like that, like when do you think? When was the last time Seattle was in a game where both teams combined for 79 points? Probably never, because they probably haven't had a 79 overall total score game.
Exactly, and that's the surprising part about it. And then when you look at how both teams combined for 988 yards, like that in and of itself is like just surprising to me. So I think that one would definitely be the surprising game for me. And then the fact that Deshaun Watson, being a rookie, putting up 367 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns on LOB, that to me is just a surprise in and of itself.
Is that name still hot? Or can we get something new for that?
You don't want to call them LOB no more?
I feel like it's not a great nickname anymore.
Why?
I don't know. It just doesn't roll off the tongue, I guess. Legion of Boom.
How does that roll?
I don't know. Okay. I mean, so what you said, so we both did our surprise one. What were the other two ones you wanted to talk about?
Okay, and then most impactful win.
And the last one.
Worst loss.
So those are that one's the same game for me.
The Dallas Cowboys.
No. Both those topics are the same game for me. Most impactful wins for the Seahawks. Because I mean, they continue to keep pace with the Los Angeles Rams in the top of the division. And the most disappointing loss, I mean, it's the Texans. I mean, they had that game wrapped up essentially, and that puts them at 4-3. They're tied in the division. Instead, now they're a game back after a heartbreaking loss. It's just a tough. That's two tough losses that they've had. Now the Seahawks and now the Patriots as well. Both 3-point losses that the offense was leading, and the defense lets the team drive down the field and lets a last-second touchdown get them the game.
Sorry, I put my most impactful win was Dallas beating Washington 33-19 because this keeps Dallas within striking distance of Philly because of the fact. I mean, Philadelphia is sitting at 7-1 in the division, but they played one more game than Dallas, so Dallas is 2.5 games back of the Eagles. So if the Eagles were to lose 2 games, maybe back to back or something like that,
they'd be right there.
Yeah, they'd be right there. And Dallas does still have 2 more games against Philly left on the season. So if you're presuming that Dallas could possibly win those 2 games, then you could possibly close the gap on them. But that's concerning if Dallas would be able to win those 2 games.
Right.
And then it also keeps Dallas in a good look in the NFC playoff picture because right now, when you're looking at it, right now the wild cards will come out of the NFC South and the NFC West because it would be the Rams. It would be the Rams and the Panthers that would be in the wild card because right now the division leaders would be Philly, Minnesota, Seattle, and then I'm forgetting one division.
Chiefs.
No, the
AFC,
Saints.
AFC,
Yeah, the Saints. It'd be the Saints in the NFC South. So then that would leave 2 more playoff spots, and Dallas is right now sitting at 4-2.
Yeah.
So at 4-2, I think that still keeps you within good striking range to be able to possibly make a play to make sure you're. Oh, sorry, the Minnesota's 6-2. I didn't mean to downgrade one win, but yeah, it keeps you right there in striking range so that you can possibly make a wild card play. But trying to do that from 3-4 would have just been too difficult to me. And also with you having 2 games against Philadelphia, if you were to drop, are we presuming that they're going to beat Philadelphia both times?
No, split.
You said they're going to split. So even if you split, so if you split, then you would be sitting at, if let's just say 5-4, whatever. Then you're sitting at a way different situation than. Would you say this loss knocks Washington out of the playoff picture officially?
No.
3-4.
No. I mean, it's still right there. I mean, they're not 3-4. It's tough to come back from, but I mean,
the 3.5 games.
It depends.
Out from the
Is Trent Williams out for the season?
I believe so. I'm not totally sure. I don't want to confirm it. I don't know.
I think he's gonna get surgery.
So
actually, yeah, it probably. They have no offensive line right now. They're practice squad and offensive liners right now. So I mean, they're probably knocked out of the playoffs, to be honest.
I'm not all too positive. I can't. Yeah, I just don't.
He's not getting surgery. He said he's taking week by week, but
week by week.
Yeah. So I mean, he has no offensive line right now. So I just don't see how they're gonna knock out. What would be 8 games of the season? Halfway mark of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have to go essentially undefeated.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Washington is just an average team to me. They're just their talent. Their talent level is like everything is average. Like quarterback.
Oh, stop.
No, I'm just saying their quarterback isn't exceptional.
He's above average.
He's above average, but no, but that's what Washington. Most of Washington's position skill players are. They're above average or they're average.
They're quarterbacks above average. Running backs average.
Wouldn't you say the most exceptional position they have, the most exceptional player they have in their position is Josh Norman at cornerback? Of all their positions, Josh Norman is the one guy that sits at the top tier of his position on their of all their positions, and maybe Trent Williams. But other than that, when you're going down the list, Josh Norman is really the only guy that you can put in that elite class. Jordan Reed is hurt all the time.
He's hurt, but when he's on the field, he's still an elite. He's still not elite, but he's still a really good tight end.
He is. But I mean that's